Okay, here's our third video to show some of the basic functions of our Windows Movie Maker program that we'll be using with our videos. You can see here I have a picture. It's actually not a video. If I hit play here, you can see nothing changes. It's not a video file. But I did add a picture just to show you that you can add things besides just videos into Windows Movie Maker. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go and add some music. Let's just pretend that this was, any audio file will be considered music. So if I go to add music right here, I'm going to go back to my Passport. I have a folder here that has some energy recordings. So I'm just going to add a random energy recording. Let's just say Courtney Solar recording. All right, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to hit open. Okay. It also inserts this audio. So now when I hit play.
Hey, what's up? It's Courtney Faust today on Science Radio. Today's topic is...
It will play that audio over the top of that picture. Now, there's a few other features that I want to show you, just so you're aware. Right? If I go and I add my cursor, it's kind of like our cursor in the video file. It just goes to the current spot in the movie. I'm going to go and add a title slide. Here on the Home tab, I'm going to hit Title. You can see that it adds a slide to black background, right, with just my movie sample. So maybe you want to have a title for your video, and you want this slide to play first. All right, but let's just say I don't want Courtney's audio to start until the T-Rex shows up. So I'm going to grab Courtney's audio. Okay, I'm actually going to click on it, and I'm going to pull it over. I'm going to move it to right when the T-Rex pops up. So now when I hit play, I had this introduction slide, my movie sample. Right, you can see, you can hear nothing.
Hey, what's up? It's Courtney Faust today on Science Radio.
And then as soon as the T-Rex pops up, the audio starts. And that's as easy as clicking on the audio, right, and moving this to where you want it to begin. All right, here is your first slide. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on my movie sample. Okay, I double click on this right here. This is how I can change the title. So maybe I want the title to say New Science Video. Right, and that's what I want it to say. If you want, you can go and change the color. Maybe you want it to be yellow. Maybe you want it to be larger. You can move this box so it shows up at the top. Have it run just across the top of the page. You could also, sorry about that. All right, if you wanted, you can move your cursor, press enter. Maybe you want it to be by Mr. Oops, sorry about that. It looks like our text box is filling up, but by Mr. Allen. Right, so you can insert something. You can play around with that. You can change your font, do various things. Now, one thing I want to show you here is the fact that it doesn't have to be as long as it automatically put it in for. Right, when I hit play and I watch this, this might actually be a little bit longer than I want. Okay, I only want it to be about 5 seconds long. You can see right here, right, there's a start time and a duration. I'm going to change the duration. That's how long it's going to take, to 5 seconds. Okay, it changed the text to 5 seconds. If I double click on this black slide, I double click, it takes me to the edit tab. I also want the duration of that tab to be 5 seconds long. So now my slide is only going to be up for 5 seconds, the black background, which I could change the background to a bunch of different colors if I want. I can change the background to red, right? And you can see now when I hit play, New Science Video by Mr. Allen, I changed the background to red, I changed the text color to yellow, and it's only 5 seconds long. Then it gets into our T-Rex. You can see one thing it did is that now it made my audio start 2 seconds later, so I do have to pull my audio back to the start of the T-Rex. Right, there it goes. All right, again, you can double click on the audio. The endpoint for the audio is 109 seconds long. I only want this to go until, I'm going to look at the cursor here. T-Rex ends at 17 seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go change the endpoint to 17. I press enter. So now the endpoint is right at the end of the T-Rex. And let's just say I want it to end at 16.
Hey, what's up? It's Courtney Faust
Right.
today, and
I hit pause. Okay, or maybe even 15. Okay, change it to whatever you want. It starts at 5 seconds, it ends at 15. Maybe I change it to 8, right, because it ends halfway through. Or I know that this starts at 5 and ends at 17. I know that that's an 8-second clip. Maybe I want this to be a bit longer. Depends on what you want to do. It's 12 seconds long. You can change those times to various things. That's an important part because as you start to add captions and other things, such as if I double click on my T-Rex and I go back to home, maybe I want to add a caption underneath the T-Rex, right? Maybe I want this to say in red, so it shows up. I'm going to have this say this. Sorry about that. I'm trying to type one-handed here. Hold the microphone up. This is a T-Rex. Right, have it go across the page. Have it be larger. Okay, this is a T-Rex. So now as I hit play, we'll go watch the whole thing. It says new science video by Mr. Allen. That's the 5 seconds long. I want it to be nice and
hey,
short.
what's up? It's Courtney Faust today on Science Radio.
There's our audio, and here is my caption that I added underneath the picture. You can have captions that pop up during a video. Remember, again, if you think back to the last video, you can change your movie speed to 0.99. That deletes your audio, and then you can put different, that deletes your audio on that video. Makes your speed almost exactly how it was, and you can also add new audio to it. Maybe you get to the end and you want to add another title slide. Okay, you'll add it, drag it to the end. So I grab it, I pull it after the T-Rex. Maybe I want it to say the end. You can, the end. Okay, you can see that when I hit play, the end will pop up and it will say the end. Few keys, make sure when you save audio files, if you do go on the internet and save those audio files, you want to make sure that you save those to a location you know how to find. Right? And the final thing I want to make sure you understand is that when I go and hit save, okay, this saves it as a project. It's actually not a video file yet. What you have to do when you want to, when you're finally done, when you're completely done, right? You have everything exactly how you want it to be, right? You cannot play from here, right? We want to be able to play it a different way, right? Maybe you want to put it on YouTube. Maybe you want to do something else. You got options where you can either go publish it directly to one of those places, or what we're going to do is you have to hit save movie. And what you're going to do is we're going to save in a pretty low quality. It's either going to be for computer or for email. So what you're going to do is you're going to go hit save movie. You're going to click on for computer. You're going to give it an appropriate title name, right? Save it in a location that you want. Maybe I want to save mine on my drive. I go find my name. I'm going to put it in a science folder or something, or maybe my 6th grade folder. I'm going to put it in here, all right? And that's where you would save that file. But make sure that when you are done, when you want it to actually be a video, save it as that save movie file, right? Only other thing, pay attention to some of the creative little fun things you can use where it comes in as different ways. It has the stars. You can use some of those. But notice these tabs. These tabs are important to understand how you can do some of the different effects, play around with. Once you're ready to go, you can change the transitions you have, the different phase ins. So you can see I hit play here. In the middle of it, and you can see that maybe I choose this one. I'm going to have this one come in a different way as well. Right? It phases out, goes right into the end, save the video file, and that's that. So play around with those, sample, But there are a lot of different ways you can play around with your video editing.